Hey guys, coming at you today to talk about the difference between a home inspection, a city inspection, and an appraisal, right? Someone's inspecting the house in all three scenarios, but they're all for very different reasons. So let's talk about these. When your house first gets the contract accepted, you are usually in your private inspection phase. And what that means is you're gonna hire your own third-party inspector. I always suggest going with someone that your agent knows, likes, and trusts, because you don't actually have to be licensed to be a home inspector. So you don't wanna just Google somebody. So get someone that somebody you know knows, likes, and trusts to come out, and they inspect the house top to bottom, the top of the roof all the way down into the crawl space, flushing all the toilets, turning on and off all the lights. And they're gonna give your buyer a report that says, here are all the things in the house that need to be fixed, might need to be fixed. Here's the life of all of the mechanicals, nice long inspection report. So the buyer knows what they're getting themselves into. Next up is the city inspection. Now, not all cities have city inspections. We see these a lot in Wayne County suburb areas, Wesleyan, Garden City, places like that. And that means that a city inspector comes in and they assess if the home is up to city code. They're only looking for city code violations. They're not climbing in crawl spaces. They're not going up on the roof. This is not for the benefit of the buyer. It's purely for the city to make sure the house is up to city code. Now, last but definitely not least is your appraisal. Now, a lot of times people that are FHA think that there needs to be an extra FHA inspection. This is not the case. There is, however, a different appraiser who has to be licensed to appraise FHA homes. So that is the only difference when it comes to inspections and appraisals, is when your client is FHA, an FHA appraisal will be ordered. If he's just conventional, then it'll just be a regular appraiser that can do that appraisal, right? It's just a different layer of licensing. So that appraisal is to assess the value of the home. Something you need to remember is that appraiser, they actually work for the bank, not for the buyer, which is kind of funny because the buyer is the one that hires them and pays them. But the appraiser is going out to let the bank know, hey, you should lend this much money on this collateral. They're saying this is what the value of this home is. And also remember, it's just a person, it's their personal opinion. So it's not always right. And that's kind of frustrating when that happens and it comes in low, but kind of great when it happens and it comes in high. But that appraiser is specifically for the bank to find out what their opinion of the value is of how much they should lend on the home. Now, right now in this market, in this industry, you see a lot of people giving appraisal guarantees and going above and beyond the appraised value. And is that a bad thing to do? Not necessarily. The value of the home to you could be different than the opinion of the appraised value and what should be lent on the home to someone else. So keep that in mind. When you are out there and you're making offers for your clients, or you're a client and you're out there making offers for yourself, don't be afraid to give an appraisal guarantee, because all you're doing is organically raising the value of the homes in the area. And that's beneficial to you, that's beneficial to your neighbors, and that's gonna keep these home values rising so that if you wanna refinance in 6 months or a year, you're able to get a nice lower rate and your home is worth more than it was when you bought it. So not necessarily a bad thing. So those are the difference between home inspections, city inspections, and appraisals. They all involve people coming out and inspecting the house, looking at it, taking pictures, assessing different things though. So make sure you know who's working for who's out to help who, and who you really need to be watching, checking, and balancing. All right, guys, hope you have a great day. And as always, run over to mystarsacademy.com. Check out our Agent Accelerator program. You're going to learn so much about terminology, who does what, how it should be done, how to increase your skills, how to be a better agent, and how to take your career to the next level. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.